Hey! Hello! How are you doing? I'm back yet again. And this is for the third Extravaganza Box that I wasn't actually intending on winning. Kind of a funny story in case you hadn't heard it. I bid on one and I got outbid. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll raise my bid a little bit. So I raised my bid. Well, about the time I clicked, I realized, well, crap. This auction still has 6 days left on it. I thought, somebody else they're going to outbid me again over the course of 6 days. So I went into the daily auctions on Pristine Auction. Found that they had a couple listed in their daily auction that day. So I bid on one of those, ended up winning. And if you watch my last video, which was the number 2 Extravaganza Box, that was the one I won on the daily auction. Well, I thought for sure somebody would outbid me on the third one. 6 days left. Okay, my maximum bid wasn't that much higher than the person before me had bid. So I thought, oh, they're going to come back. Nothing else, they'll wait until like the last 20 minutes or, the last half hour and then come in and bid. Or maybe, some people even try to snake like in the last 10 minutes because they're hoping that, other people aren't paying attention and they can place that bid in the last 10 minutes and end up winning the thing. Of course, when you place a bid in the last 10 minutes and everything but their 10-minute auctions, it adds a 10-minute timer. That gives people time to come back and forth and for it to actually go for more money. Yeah, well, that's the funny part. Nobody outbid me. So, now we're getting ready to unbox the third Extravaganza Box. Hey, maybe the third time's a charm. Maybe this one will have something outrageous in it. Maybe, just maybe, it could have the Babe Ruth signed baseball in it. Don't know. I'll tell you right now, I like baseball. I watch baseball occasionally. I'm not a diehard baseball fan. If I had to choose one sport, I'd rather watch like football. Especially college football. I don't know what it is. I like college football better than even pro football. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, but I still like baseball. But when I weigh the difference between what could I get for an authenticated Babe Ruth signed baseball, and not just like, run of the mill, but, like a baseball that was used and possibly even used in one of the games he was playing in, what can I get for that, weighing, what would it do for me to just have it in my possession? It'd be cool to have, so if it's in there, I'll probably keep it for a little while. And I'll definitely take a nice little selfie with the, Babe Ruth signed baseball, just so I have proof that, yeah, at one time I owned a authentic Babe Ruth signed baseball. But overall, if it's in there, I could probably see somewhere down the road auctioning it off, because I could definitely probably do more with the money. And I know Kathy at work would probably say, yeah, then you could go out and buy a bunch of more auction stuff. No. Something with the money you could get for Babe Ruth baseball, I'd probably use that sensibly. I might take a little bit of it. I might take like 1,000 of it. Okay. And, splurge a little bit. Okay. that's fair. Okay, but the rest of it would actually, would go, and I'd use it to pay on bills and so forth and so on. Because I got no shortage of those. Still paying on my mortgage. Only got $37,000 left though. So I think it's just over 10 years. That's paying at the pace I'm paying. I'm hoping that over the next few years, at least during the summer, I can actually pay a little bit extra, and I can maybe, if nothing else, maybe I can chop that down by about 6 months or maybe a year. But eventually, hey, this house will be mine. And then, of course, I got my Parents Plus loan for my daughter's college, which is an outrageous amount. But, hey, it's what you do for your kids, right? And I'm proud of her. She did really good at school. She really applied herself. She got really good grades. Whether she goes out and uses it and gets a career in some type of criminal justice field, we'll wait and see. A lot of people go to school and they go to school for something, and then once they're out and they find a different avenue, they may get into something that doesn't take advantage of really any of the schooling. Some people would see that, well, that's a waste of money. I don't. I mean, to me, as long she applied herself and she did good in school, so and it was a great, not just the learning from the school itself and what she learned, but just being in college and making friends and all that whole learning experience was something that that's something that's unique. You don't get anywhere else in life. That's something that is kind of unique when you go to college, especially when you go to college and you live on campus. So, the way I see it, it's going to take us a while to pay it off, but it's worth every penny. So, because it's my daughter, my life right there. She's my life. Always will be. No one ever will come before my daughter. That's how it should be, right? I don't understand these people that don't do that with their kids. I mean, those kids should be your everything. And I got lucky. My daughter was never. I mean, I can't speak for her mom. I'm sure her and her mom butted heads once in a while. And they still do every once in a while. But part of that's probably because Brooke lives with her mom, and they see each other constantly, so it stands to reason. But yeah, I never had any issues with my daughter, so I blessed myself in that regard. She's always been really well behaved. So anyway, I could go on and on about my daughter. But here we are. We are into the Extravaganza Box number 3. This is actually it's my third box, but they did a limited run of 99 of these boxes, and this one is actually 57 of 99. And that's actually a lower number than the first one I got, so obviously they weren't listing these for auction like in order. They obviously boxed them up. They probably boxed them up, and then they probably had somebody else come along and actually apply the decals of numbering them. Most of the times when they do like mystery boxes where there's a chance to get something in particular in certain boxes or in one box. A lot of times they have multiple different people doing stuff with it. That way, nobody really knows which box is which. That way nobody, because if they did, I mean, not speaking about people that put these together or Pristine Auction or something, but there are people out there that if they knew something like that, they might try to arrange it to where they could, if they, not themselves, maybe, somebody they know, if they knew which box had what in it, they could arrange to, someone to get a particular box. So, which wouldn't be fair. Alright, so of course we got the packing paper. Pristine Auction, they always do a really good job of packing. So we'll get that out of the way first. Alright, we'll go for the envelope first and get this out of the way. They got paper underneath it too, so I can't see what else is in the bottom of the box there. A lot of these boxes are going to have like similar items. Some of them might be the exact items, so obviously anything that I get in this box that I've already gotten in the other two boxes, there's no reason for me to have more than one of any one thing. So, any duplicates, I'll turn around and sell or auction off. Alright, Anything else in here? No. Alright, and of course, there is the Pro Football Hall of Fame patch. This one actually looks... The other one was actually colored. This one's just, two-tone, gold and black. So I might actually hold on to that, because it is actually different than the other one I got. What the hell am I stepping on? Alright, next we've got two of these little metal Basketball Hall of Fame cards. We got Robert E. Davies and Everett N. Case. And these will... It looks like maybe he was maybe a coach. No. Anyway, yeah. So those will be hung up in the sports bar. Other ones. Alright, here, this is a repeat. I've gotten two of these already, so obviously I'm going to keep one, but frame it a little bit better once I get my frames. And then, which they should be coming here pretty soon. I got the thing that they had been shipped to the Dollar Tree store close to my work, so hopefully they'll be here soon. I can go get them and start framing some of the stuff and getting it put up instead of just leaving it sit in boxes. But this is a Xerox copy of the card, or like the flyer that lists the card for a boxing night, and then it has a small news article about pro boxing returning to Tampa, Florida. And this boxing night took place on February 22nd, 1972 at the Curtis Hickson Convention Center, obviously in Tampa, Florida. So there you go. And it's got one in a protector. It's actually got one of the actual unused tickets from that event. And then in the back, we got another envelope, which I do know now that, yeah, these. So actually, I got three of these too. And I don't need three of them. I'm going to keep one, and again, I'll probably get a small frame to put it in. But the other two, you know, I'll see what I can get out of them. But there's an envelope with, you know, it's got a stamp on it and postage thing, all that. I'm not sure what the postage thing, unless they you know, did the postage thing on it so that, you know, somebody couldn't try to reuse the stamp. That could be. But I don't know how well you can get here. There we go. There's O.J. Simpson's autograph, and there's the little certificate, seal of approval, certificate of authenticity from SportsCards, which is the company that actually put these boxes together for Pristine Auction. So that'll be in a get rid of. And here we have another check. I've also got two of these. They're from the same people. They're, you know, you check. I still haven't gotten around. I'm a slacker. I mean, I'm a slacker. I think of stuff that I need to look up and do, and then I forget about it. So maybe it's not I'm a slacker. Maybe it's just I really have a bad memory. That's what it is. We'll go with that. But here it is, a used check from Robert J. Kelsey and his, obviously, I'm guessing his wife, Marie A. Kelsey, their joint account. This one looks like it's made out to Keating Enterprises, maybe? Yeah, Keating Enterprises Incorporated for $520. And then, obviously, it's, you know, signed by Robert Kelsey. Yeah, it's made out to Keating Enterprises Incorporated. So, I'll probably keep all 3 of those checks just because I mean, they're all made out to somebody different. I'll probably just put them all in the same frame with the little seals. You know, it's kind of unique. It's something you don't really get from a lot of places. Alright, here we have the little mishmash of stuff. Again, some of this stuff is a repeat, so there's something like this New York Giants 1951 program. I've already got 2 of those. I only need 1, so I'll be getting rid of 2 of them. Here we've got the little 714 flyer for Hank Aaron, and it's got a signature on there. I'm still not, it's obviously Aaron, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like H.A. I'll have to maybe look up some exemplars of Hank Aaron's signature and compare it. And I mean, obviously it is looks like it was done in Sharpie, and it's actually, you know, signed on the, I guess one way I could check that too is I could compare this one to the other 2 I already got and see if that signature is, you know, how exact it is as far as how it's signed and where it's signed on the sheet. Because I mean, obviously if it's exactly, then it could be more of just a photocopied or a facsimile signature. Although it looks like, I mean, it's got that look like when you take and you use a Sharpie on top of something. It doesn't look like a Xerox or a copy. So I'll check it out. Obviously, you know, and if it's just a facsimile signature, then I probably wouldn't be, you know, I probably wouldn't get much interest in it. You know, I might gotta get a little something out of it just because, you know, somebody that, you know, would like to have that flyer to, you know, put on their wall or whatever. But obviously if it is, you know, actual signature, then that would up what I could get out of it. Alright, here we have, I don't think this is the same. I think these are different too. I think I've got 3 different ones. This is as an unused ticket for the Clark Sports Center inauguration event. This one's from 2004. I think the other 2 I got were from years earlier than that. So again, I'll probably take and put all 3 of those in a frame. That's another thing I have to do is I don't think I have room for a lot of this stuff in the sports bar. So, all right, here we got another little Cooperstown postcard. I don't think I'll really hold on to those. I might see it. I mean, I don't know whether anybody would. I mean, technically, you could probably go to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and obviously buy postcards. I mean, I don't know how old this postcard actually is. They might not sell that actual one anymore. But again, I mean, there's no reason for me to really hold on to it. And last 2 little things in this. Here's an envelope. I think I got a couple of these too. I'm sure there's 2. Right, this one's 1993. Right, this one's 1991. It's an envelope that was printed up by the Cooperstown Rotary. And it says, it's July 1st, 1991. Induction Day. The Cooperstown Rotary celebrates the induction of all the 1991 inductees to the National Baseball Hall of Fame, July 21st, 1991. It's got a Lou Gehrig stamp on it. Like I said, I mean, those right there, the stamps that these have on them might be actually more valuable than, you know, the whole thing together. And this one is also from the Cooperstown Rotary, but this is, they celebrate the induction of Reggie Jackson into the Baseball Hall of Fame August 1st, 1993. So, I'll probably hold on to those. Again, I'll put those with the other ones that I got, and we can just put them all in the same frame. But like I was going to say, some of this stuff I might actually have to change that guest room back there into a combination collectibles room and put some of this baseball stuff up in there. Alright, let's see, let's just set that there. These will go downstairs. Alright, next we've got another contract. Looks like this is number 26 from the Autograph Ball Company. This agreement made and entered into this first day of March 1997 by and between the Autograph Ball Company at the City High Point, North Carolina, hereafter referred to as Company, and Carl Dale, hereinafter referred to as Player of the City of Oakland, California. So, Carl Dale. So it looks like this was, just reading this, sorry, I kind of zoned out there for a second. I was reading what it said down here below this thing. And it's got the guy's signature from the Autograph Ball Company. But then it's got the signature of the player. And then down here in this like shape, it's got Carl Dale's signature 4 different times, and underneath it, it says, important, pay attention, please sign the above form on each of the areas marked X and use signature you commonly use to autograph balls with. Purpose of the 4 lines is to get 4 different sizes. When reproduced by rubber stamps, long names will fit in longer spaces and brief names in shorter spaces. Please do not overlap the marked areas. So it sounds to me like, even though this is his actual signature on this contract, it looks as though maybe they were entering in agreement for them to be able to use his signature, not necessarily have him signing baseballs or footballs or whatever. I'd have to look up Carl Dale. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about baseball, and it doesn't necessarily dictate which sport it's from. But anyway, it looks like they were made like rubber stamps so that they could probably mass produce, balls with a facsimile signature, which obviously aren't as valuable as actual signature. I mean, far cry. But it's still, as a way for people to get signed, still somewhat signed merchandise. And they obviously must have did a lot of them, otherwise it wouldn't really be worthwhile. Because it says on line 2 of the contract, it says, company agrees to pay player 1 cent for each baseball sold bearing said player's signature. So 1 cent for each ball sold. So that's, that's why they rubber stamp, and then they can mass produce, 50,000 of those balls, and then if you sell that many, then you're actually looking at a little decent amount of money, but still 1 cent. Okay. I'd have to say you probably want to, you have to be a fairly good player, something where people would be really wanting to get your signature, even if it's not your actual signature, but a facsimile reprint of your signature. I could imagine just like any Joe Schmo player out there, selling a whole lot of them. All right, of course we got slides too. I still haven't decided what I want to do with these slides. I'm almost tempted to maybe keep some of them and then maybe see what people be interested in them, buy like each slide separately, because they all are slides of the player. Again, football. This one is D. Cannell. And then on this one we've got Dave Brown. And it's like most of them are Dave Brown, and then there's 3 at the bottom that are Marcus Buckley. Huh. Yeah. So, I don't know, that's something I'll have to look into and seeing. I mean, it's a unique item, no question. But, I don't know. Alright, of course, we got 2 of the Game Day magazines, which I got, this will make 6 of them now. I'm going to hold on to them. I might even get frames to put those in. That way it keeps them nice and crisp. But here we go. It doesn't have an actual date. I don't want to open it up to see when it's from. It does have a date on the front of it, but it's Game Day Pro, or Pro Game Day, whichever way. Well, the exclamation points after Pro, so I'm in the form of a sentence, it would be Game Day Pro exclamation point. Official publication of the National Football League, and this one features San Diego Chargers. Second one here features the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that would probably be something I'd hold on to. But it's also one of those things, if the price was right, somebody that was a really big Tampa Bay fan got wind of that and they were willing to offer me a good amount of money, I'd have to do a little research and see what the kind of the give and take on these old magazines is. But I might be willing to part with it. I mean, nothing against Tampa Bay, but I'm not a huge Tampa Bay fan. So, all right, I do have another one of these. These are the uncut 1993 Game Day collector cards that McDonald's had. Sheet A, 1 of 3. It's the same one. I got my other 2 boxes, so I'm going to keep one and get rid of the other 2. I would guess I could probably get a few bucks, maybe even like 10 or 15 bucks per thing for them. This one features Deion Sanders, Thurman Thomas, Troy Aikman, John Elway, Barry Sanders, and Sterling Sharp. So we'll put that automatically in the pile over here. Oh, and I'll have to do a double check, but I think I got one of these, this exact one, in my first box. So this might be something that, again, I could auction off and maybe get a decent amount. It cost $12 when it was originally put out, but this is essentially a phone book, because I mean it's thick. See how thick that damn thing is? But it is the full program, authentic, actual program from Super Bowl 30. So I'll have to double check, because we know how my memory isn't top notch. But I'm almost positive that was the one that I got in my first box. So I'm not gonna. I'll put it in the keep pile for now, but there's no reason for me to keep two of them. All right. This looks like it's a little advertisement. It says free. The cards that never were, now exclusive BBC replica cards. What the hell does that mean? I'm assuming that these were cards that were originally meant to be in their collective sets and then weren't. So they've reproduced them all together on this like flyer, and it's got the front and back of what would have been the cards. But there we go. Obviously this one over here, you can tell just by looking at it that that's a Topps brand card. They always, you know, the Topps cards always have that unique layout. Not sure what the other ones are. Alright. I don't know what I'll do with that. I have to look that up and see if is it worth it. You know, can I get something out of it, or is it worth keeping? You know, would it be something I might want to? I don't know whether I'd actually put it in a frame, but I could put it in a protective sleeve and then put up in a sports bar. So, all right. And we got another one of these. Sorry, I got distracted there by the autographed photo coming up here in a second. Because I believe, I'll have to double check, but I think I have a jersey that's signed by that same guy. That's kind of cool. I'll have to double check that too. Discount double check. Discount double check. Alright, but this is it's got the certificate of authenticity from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's the bronze bust collector card set 122. And it's got, you know, the card right there. And it is actually signed on the card by Lem Barney. So I've got 3 of those. What I'll probably do with those is maybe put all 3 of them in a frame and then just put the certificates, because I think I could put the 3 cards side by side in the frame and then just put the certificates all together behind the backing. That's pretty cool. I do like autographs. Yeah, I'm almost positive this is the one I have a jersey. It's signed by him. Or maybe I was bidding on a jersey signed by him. I don't know. I'll have to look. Maybe I'll look here in a minute. I can bring it up on my phone. But we'll wait till the end of here. But yeah, there's a autographed 8x10 of Bob Lilly from the Dallas Cowboys. So that will obviously be something I'll frame and then find someplace to put up. Okay, that was all in the envelope. Let's get this paper out and see what else we got in here. Alright, we've got a brand new baseball cap here. It's a 5950 cap. New era. 7 1/4 size. Something League Baseball. I don't recognize the logo right offhand. So I don't think it's the. I don't think it's. Does that say Major League Baseball? I don't think it says Major League Baseball. Can't really tell what that says. Anyway, here. That's the logo. I'll have to look it up because I don't have a freaking clue of what it is. It doesn't look like, because I actually got a Colorado Rockies hat in one of my other boxes, and I thought at first, it's nice cap, brand new. I'm not a big fan of the Colorado Rockies. Nothing against them. I just it's not my team, so I was thinking, well, I'll just I could probably get $5 or $6 out of it. Well, then I happened to look inside the cap and realized that it wasn't the run-of-the-mill baseball cap. You could just, any fan could go buy off the shelf at the fan store or anything like that. It was an actual on-field player baseball cap. So this might be the same thing. I'll have to look in to see what team it is. Because obviously, if it's, I would guess there's some differences between the caps you can just go buy in the gift shop or whatever, and the ones the players actually wear out on the field. And which, in the case, then I probably wouldn't just sell it for $5 or $6. I'd probably see what else I could get out of it. But that'll be another investigative thing to do. All right. Here we got another one of these little like coins or medallions. This one's a player one from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I can put that down next to the other one I got down there. The other one I got was just the Pittsburgh Steelers logo. This one's got an actual player on it. So, all right, here we have a PSA graded card. So this one might be worth looking into too. Because I recognize the name. It's a 1992 Classic Best, graded at near mint to mint, an 8 by PSA, but it's of a Chipper Jones. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that'll definitely be one to look up and see. Nothing else. Stick it back in the box. Alright. Next, we got, you can almost guess what this is. This is probably one of those little, alright, gotta figure out how to open these damn things again. There we go. Yeah, one of these little wooden bobblehead things. This one, well, the box is smushed in a little bit, but yeah, same one. I don't really see the point of keeping 3 of those, so I'll get rid of 2 of them. I'll stick that over there. Alright, and of course we got another one of these. I had 2 of these in my last box, so this will make a total of 3 that I'll be getting rid of. But it's a little Major League Baseball 3D Star trading cards. Got a little pack of trading cards and a little 3D like cardboard figure there. Alright. Oh, yep. There's two of them in there. There's another one. Now, I do notice that they have different, little different cardboard cutouts. Says contains 5 3D trading cards. 4 unassembled, 1 assembled. Alright, so these players, the little 3D player there is actually what they consider the trading card. So maybe I'd want to look and see, because obviously I'm going to know one of the players. Look and see which player I know I have. You know, obviously some might have a little more worth than others. So yeah, I can do that. I can do that down there. Alright, next. Here we've got a little pin. How close I can get it. A little metal pin. Somebody. Almost looks like he's got a Pittsburgh Pirate cap on. That I might just keep up here. I'll just set it over there. Alright. Well, I see the baseball, so let's look at the baseball. It's not the Babe Ruth one. So, but it is a game used. Rawlings, Major League Baseball, and a little protective cube. Again, I don't see any reason of keeping 3 of them, so 2 of them I'll be getting rid of. Alright, next we're getting down to the end here. Here we have unopened cards, or it looks like maybe, I don't know. I don't know whether it was sealed or if it was resealed. But this is Topps. Oh, these are football. These are football. Well, that makes a little bit of a difference because, yeah, there could be some decent cards in there. And this is a 1990 complete set of 528 cards. So it's Topps football. See right there on the front, it's got Joe Montana. Topps All-Pro. Art Monk. Keith McCanto. Jeff George. Yeah. That'll be one of those ones I'll have to look and see, you know, what prominent 1990 football cards there were, and if it would be worthwhile to open them up and, you know, basically part those cards out separately. Then I will. If not, then I'll just keep it sealed. Hold on to it. Alright, we got a little package of autograph or relic cards, which is always nice. First one we have is Topps Ryan Braun. I'm not sure if that's like a piece of jersey or it feels like leather. Autograph card. Farmhands, Hank Conger. Ooh, this one's shiny. It's an autograph. It's so shiny I don't even know if I can read the damn thing. Oh, there we go. I'll read off the back. Limas? Help me out here. What is it? Limas. Yeah, if I'm thinking Ohio, I'm thinking Lima. Of course, if you're in Peru, then you would say Lima. So, depending on where you're at, maybe it's Limas or Limas. His last name is Swede, though. Okay, that one is easy to read. But there it is. There's a nice little shiny autographed card. I mean, it shows you how like high-tech cards have become, like in the last 10 years. I mean, it's amazing. Wow, this one's got 2 autographs on it. Brandon McCarthy and Pedro Lopez. Congratulations, you just received an autographed co-signers card from 2006 Topps Co-Signers. Am I blinding you with it? Huh? Shiny. Yes, I'm easily amused. I like shiny things. Alright, this one looks like Johnny Damon. And it's got a piece of, I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know whether that's a piece of jersey or, guess it is. There in a little crown. And almost like pinstriping on it. I thought maybe it was like a piece of bat, maybe. I don't know. What the hell is that? Shit making noise in here. Alright, here's another relic card. Upper Deck. Yankees. Leading swatches. Alonso Soriano, second base. There's an Alfonso. Yeah, Alfonso Soriano for the Yankees. It's a nice looking card right there. Oh wow, this one's fucking cool. There's a problem. Some of these I could actually probably get some decent money for them. I don't know whether I want to get rid of them. They look so cool, all shiny and shit. I can't even read the name on this one. Maybe on the back. Philip Humber. Look at that card. That's wicked shit right there. It looks like it's got his autograph and a little swatch of jersey there. Alright, next one, another swatch card. Esteban Loaiza from the, looks like the White Sox. Here's hockey one. Steve Shoot. It's called a quad jerseys card. It's got actually four different little pieces of jersey. Obviously, the 4 different colors that they use in their jerseys. So that was actually pretty cool too. I'm not real big on hockey. I mean, I like it. I was always a fan of the Kings, especially when Gretzky was playing. But I don't know. It's not the game itself. It's just me trying to like follow the damn puck. I can't do it. Gives me a headache. I do like when they fight though. That gets interesting. I think they ought to like mix sports, make hockey with like UFC. You know, if they get into a big fight, you know, they call the hockey game and let it go like 3 rounds. You know, whoever's left standing, okay, gets to keep playing a hockey game. The other one, they're out for the game. See, that'd fucking make it interesting. All right, this one is Ryan Garko. It's not a swatch, but it is a signature card. Right up there at the top. So, those are some nice. This one had, I mean, all of these little packs of relic and signed cards are really cool, but that one had some really cool looking cards in it. I think I'm going to have to break down and get some better top loaders to put all these in. One thing I need to start doing is going through some of my cards, trying to get rid of some of them. Not necessarily these, but some of my more base cards. Alright, the last thing we got here is something in styrofoam. So, I would guess that it's something that's fragile. Maybe like a collector's type plate or something. I don't know. We'll find out. Tape off. Yeah. It's a plate. It's got the certificate of authenticity with it. This is plate number 1512A, called The Shot by Jason Walker. 3rd issue in the Michael Jordan's Final Shot collection, which is fired on ceramic and in addition limited to a maximum of 95 firing days. And it's got upper deck. But there we go. That is pretty neat. There's a certificate. I mean, that might have decent value to it just because it's Michael Jordan. Alright, but that was it. That is all of the stuff in this box of the Extravaganza Box from Pristine Auction and SportsCards. I mean, I don't know how many of them they sold already, but they may have some still available. You like that kind of stuff? Go on to pristineauction.com and check it out. You won't be disappointed if you're a sports fan. They also have a lot of stuff other than sports. They have, you know, movie scripts, TV pilot scripts. They have signed Funko Pops. They have guitars. They have a lot of photos, obviously, and other, you know, odds and ends. That's not bad. I've spent probably more money than I really should have on stuff in there. But hey, you only live once, right? Yeah, freaking enjoy it while you can. You're not promised every day. So, I've said it before, I'll say it again, because my mom always told me, as long as you take care of your responsibilities, that means pay your bills, work, so forth and so on. If there's something you want to do, if there's something you want, don't keep putting it off. Don't keep saying, well, I'll do it when I know I have the money. Chances are you're never going to know that you have the money. Short of you winning the lottery or something. And you keep saying that, eventually you're going to come one day and you're going to be like, you know what? I should have done that. The worst thing we can do in life, I think, is to not live every day. Find some reason to smile every day. Find some reason to laugh every day, even if it's at yourself. I do that all the time. I'm fucking hilarious. But really live. And I don't mean just wake up and go through the routine and stuff. If you got to go to work, fine. But you know what? Go to work and try to have a good time while you're there. Make it fun. Okay? If you got a day off, do something. Even if it's not the whole day, take a few minutes out of the day and just do something nothing that you have to do, just something that you just want to do, just for the hell of it. Something that brings you a little joy. And then share that with the people around you, your close friends, your family, obviously your kids, in any way that you can. Too often we don't do those things. We always find excuses, and it's the wrong thing to do. Don't make excuses for not living every day, because the worst thing you can do in life is to get to the end of it and have regrets about not living your life. So that's what I do. I have bad days just like anybody else, but you know what? Most time my bad days consist of me getting a little irritated or a little pissed off or a little down for maybe like a small period of time over something, a lot of times something trivial, right? And then I just kind of come to terms with myself and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. And I feel bad. I feel bad, really bad, for the people out there that don't have control over that. There's a lot of people out there that suffer from depression or they're bipolar or anxiety or what have you, and out of no fault of their own. It's either because of stuff they've gone to or just because of maybe some imbalance they have, and they have to take medication or whatever to try to do that, to try to have a normal life. And I feel terrible for those people that deal with that, because as much as they might want to live, laugh, and love every day and not deal with those issues, they have no control over it. But for those of us that aren't in that predicament, if you've got that choice, if you're not like clinically suffering from depression and stuff like that, don't bring it up on yourself. Don't allow yourself to do that. There's unfortunately there's a lot of people out there that are depressed, and it's nothing that that they need a doctor for. They just need to start hanging around different people. They need to start living a little bit more. And again, I'm not referring to the people out there that are actually have actually been diagnosed with depression and stuff. I'm talking about people that aren't, and they just kind of allow themselves to be that way. And I'm guilty of it too. Like I said, there's some days when I get upset, and it's fucking pointless. There's absolutely no reason for it. So once I realize that, I'm like, what the hell am I pissed off about? And then I move on. And I guess I'm blessed in that way. A lot of us are blessed in that way. But because of that, I've always said, at least for me personally, any day I spend pissed off or depressed is the day I've wasted. And to my knowledge, when you get to your end of days, you don't get a refund on all the days you feel like you've wasted. No, once they're gone, they're gone. So make the most of them, whenever you can. And for those of you out there that don't have that luxury, that have to take medication and do suffer from depression and stuff like that, you can get help not only from doctors and stuff like that, but from the people you choose to be around. Find people that share in your interests. Find people that are supportive. And find people that will go out of their way to try to lift you up when you're having a bad day. Because we're out here. And hey, if me doing these videos and rambling off incessantly occasionally, if that brings a smile to anybody's face, or if you get a laugh out of every once in a while, then great. I'm happy to be of service. But that's it. Hey, that's all I got for now. Okay, that was my little public service announcement. I'm going to go watch some TV or something. I'm kind of hungry. But I really don't feel like fixing anything right now. So, I think I'll just kind of munch on some barbecue chips. No cooking involved with that. Barbecue chips and a nice cold Coke. And some TV. That sounds like a plan. I'm thinking the next 2 days I'm going to have a little bit longer work day, just because I got to do a little bit of maintenance work afterwards. Getting that time of year, another 2 months or so, I'm going to be having some long days, which will be fine. Although I am looking forward to, hopefully the days I'm working right now, hopefully they end up being a little bit shorter, so that my eventually longer days won't have to be quite as long. Does that make any sense at all? Right now I'm basically working until 2 o'clock. Once I start doing landscaping and power washing, all the outdoor stuff, when it warms up, I'm not going to be looking to work till 2 o'clock, inside. And then go do another 6 to 8 hours of work after that. Even though I don't mind doing it, working 16, 17-hour days isn't necessarily pleasant. Don't get me wrong, the paycheck is pleasant, but I'd like be able to get a little like in between there, to where maybe like 14 or 15-hour days. Because if I'm in there till 2 o'clock, and then I go and do all my other stuff, I wouldn't be getting home until 10:30 at night. I'd have enough time to basically let the dog out, shove something in my mouth to eat, maybe drink a Coke real quick, and then be like, hey, it's time to go to bed already. So, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't mind doing it when it's necessary, but it shouldn't be necessary. Okay. But we'll see. We've still got about 2 months before that's an issue. Because this is Ohio, I guarantee you, winter is not over yet. I don't care what the hell Puxatawny Phil thinks, seeing a shadow or not seeing a shadow or whatever. I can keep track of what's what with that. But I don't think we're going to have an early spring. I think we're going to have a late little brunt of winter rear its ugly head. Because we've gotten off pretty light so far. I mean, overall, we had, kind of freezing butts here recently. A good part of the country dealt with that. But, I mean, overall, here in Ohio, we haven't really had a terrible winter compared to some of the years in the past. So, anyway, I'm rambling again. I do that all the time. All right, everybody, take it easy. Take care of each other. Respect each other. There's no reason not to. I mean, obviously, sometimes people give you a reason not to. Screw those people. They're bad influences. Just don't pay any mind to those people. Okay, but in general, everything people people see as differences between us and a reason to nitpick and bitch and let it go, okay? Just, it's pointless. Alright. Well, yeah, it's definitely time to go. The dog's up here looking at me, eyeballing me. That's my cue that it's time to wrap things up. So, everybody knows, hey, you know, they're kind of the bosses of the house, aren't they? Damn pets. Alright. Hey, I will, I don't know when I'll be doing another video. I don't have anything on the agenda anytime soon, so just have to kind of play it by ear, keep your eyes and ears open, and hey, when you see the next one, that means I did another one. Till then, hey, take it easy. I will see you later.